So to answer the question of what if we did it what if we cut oh not French. We cut a woman off. It's actually really bad. It's actually part of the nervous system, different than the penis is. And it feels dangerous I've put a lot of work and time into trying to regain control of my birthing muscles. Nerves trigger muscles, not just touch and sensation. The clitoris is actually part of the nervous system. And the brain. I'm just still studying how it affects the brain because I'm just still a young adult. I don't really have enough data because it was all in the phases of growing and then something. And dates and time that make it like it was. I was just saying in a private video that when I was a child, I kind of expected to go into perfume design, and certain thoughts are like the same or in the space that they made room for. I think circumcision is a bad idea. I think mutilation is a bad idea. I think that it's not fair, not just, and not equal to. Also, it's dangerous because ectopic pregnancies are very dangerous, and the foreskin keeps the sperm inside in the right place. So just kind of like it's not great for hygiene. Shouldn't you wash it? Shouldn't you wash? I mean, the speed that you're supposed to be up and out and in a daily, the maintenance of that day to day just seems kind of crazy. Also, out of touch. Like, what are you? An automaton? It's still a huge cut and a huge alteration to the way, like when it's a baby, the baby still has to grow so much. And all of the ways that they're growing has this slice out of it. So it makes me worry about like the way people walk if they're hurting themselves. I think the quality of life is worse. And I think that it's been a huge complaint for a lot of people, which is why the female genital mutilation started maybe separately in white women. It's been a problem in Africa too. And There's a lot of different opinions on it that just aren't formed enough because it's really, really damaging and really difficult to get medical healing to be at like base safe. There's so many bad symptoms. There's so much pain. Really like shocking survival to the amount of pain that it is. And then that pain is like a really lasting thing and that's really difficult to manage. There's a lot of unhappiness and physical distortion. I think that it was intended to make it the woman's idea not to do it. So I'm not going to do it, and also I'm probably going to write essays about why it's a bad idea. But just saying how it's a bad idea, it's really bad. I thought it would always be illegal. But I'm the one that survived it, so me thinking it's illegal is not really the same in retrospect of it being such a common practice. It's still really shocking. Also, all of the healthy skin can fight bacteria and infection, and in women, it's really a close and denting mutilation where the penis is still at the end of it. And in a vagina, it's going to put a hard cut into the stretchy place. And then there's going to be a scar in this, it's not going to be in the future tense. To have a scar in the stretchy place is really scary, painful, and damaging. And it also is much more open and at risk to infections. And really unsettling and dangerous in terms of all of the chemical, emotional, and mental regulation and processing of sex, anything related to sex, anything that would be affected by anything sexual feelings of any kind, any response that starts something that is sexual in any way has to get processed through that area, through whatever those nerves do. The consensus is that there's thousands of nerves in the place. I feel dangerous to be talking about this. But it's really bad not to have those nerves. The amount of nerves that have pain in them don't do their normal birth job because they're cut or cut off, and then that part is a cut part. So the brain, if it's using those parts to make something good, it uses those parts and it makes something bad. And then it splits my brain. And I have to take over logically, which I couldn't do as I mean, there's a certain amount that age is necessary to do without a body and to come around it without the body to do it naturally. It's really a huge process. A huge amount of therapy necessary to not be out of control and blinded by pain. Protests. So then, um, yeah, just having a part that's always building uneasiness too, that can be kind of sickening. End of it for now.